Good, what's good? Welcome back to Invest and Trade with Jax. We're gonna go over our friend Bitcoin. Currently, we're sitting at 22,211, down 6%, 7% on the day. Sitting at market cap of 418 billion, 24-hour volume 65.96 billion. So let's hop into the 1 hour time frame. So I talked about yesterday. I said, look, if this wave comes deeper to 22K or lower, which it did, I'd be more convinced that this is a wave 3. And we're looking for that wave 4 pullback before seeing that final wave 5. So you have your impulsive wave 1, your corrective wave 2, your largest wave 3, corrective wave 4, and impulsive wave 5. So to measure the wave 5, what you would do here is you can use your fib trend extension from the top of the wave 2 all the way down to the bottom of the wave 3 and up to your wave 4. So if this were to be the top of the wave 4, we may go a little bit higher here, up to about 24.2K. But if this were the top of your wave 4, then usually it's going to be a 0.618 extension of wave 3, which is coming in at 17,465 for the wave 5. That's how you would measure your wave 5. Now, if the wave 4 retracement comes higher, it could come up to 24.2 or a little bit higher here. Then your 0.618 target would be about 18.3K. So I am still targeting in between 17 to 19K for this final leg down here. I talked about yesterday, I said if we were to trace higher, if we were to trace all the way up to 26.5K or 27 or 28K, I would be more convinced that this was actually a wave 2 if it pushed all the way up to the 0.618 or the 0.786, as a wave 4 typically retraces up to the 0.236, the 0.382, and the 0.5 at a maximum for the wave 4. But if we were to retrace all the way back up to 27 to 28K, then this is the wave structure that you're looking at here for Bitcoin, in my opinion. Just remember that Elliott wave is subjective and it's theory based, so just take it with a grain of salt. So if we were to trace higher, I would be seeing this as your wave 1, corrective wave 2, your largest wave 3, corrective wave 4, and your final wave 5 that could take you below 17K. Your next strong level of support in between about 11 to about 13 to 14K. Always a possibility. I don't think that's a likely scenario. I think there's more confluence here of us coming down to 17 to 19K and that being our bottom. Basically anything below this low here at about 20K could potentially be the bottom for BTC. So if we use these smaller wave structures as an example to measure your wave 5, so what you would do here is go from the top of your wave 2 with your fib extension tool all the way down to the bottom of the wave 3 to the top of the wave 4, and it's usually going to be a 0.618, and you can see we came right down to the 0.5. We almost came down to the 0.618 extension, coming in at about 29K. But the wave 5 does have to break below the wave 3, and it did just barely right here. So once again, if we take our trend extension from the top of this wave 2 all the way down to the bottom of the wave 3 and up to the top of the corrective wave 4, you're looking for a 0.618 extension, and you can see it almost hit it perfectly, very, very close to the 0.618 at about 20.6K. So once again, for this larger 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you can take your trend-based fib extension from the top of your wave 2 down to your bottom of your wave 3, take it up to the corrective wave 4. Depending on where the wave 4 ends, if it were to end here, then your target would be 17.6K. That would be your minimum target. Give or take, it can be a little bit higher than the 0.618. It can even come lower down to the 0.786. But that is how you can measure your wave 5. But usually you want to wait for that wave 4 to be finished here before measuring your wave 5. And your only way to know that the wave 4 is completely finished is if it breaks this low here at about 20.8K. And as I've been mentioning, if we see a larger retracement up to 27, 28K, then I do think this is your impulsive wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we could go lower than 17K. But as of right now, my expectation is that we're coming down in between 17 to 19K. We bottom out and we may push back up to 22K rather quickly. As I have been mentioning here, you can see this cluster of support. As I have been mentioning here on the weekly, I'll quickly show you guys the weekly chart. But first, a big shout out to today's video sponsor, Crypto.com, the world's fastest growing crypto app. They have their incredible Visa card, cashback and crypto, free Spotify, Netflix, Prime, travel incentives, $25 just for signing up through my referral. Crypto Earn, we can earn incredible interest on staking your coins, 8% on all your stable coins, 12.5% on Polygon as well as Polkadot, and their incredible DeFi wallet where I stake all my CRO, your keys, your crypto, and I stake all my Atom CRO at a 12.5 yield, and Atom at about a 15%. Incredible opportunity to stake your coins in the DeFi wallet. $25 just for signing up through my referral. Top of the comments. So we'll look at the weekly time frame here for BTC. So as I had mentioned in the Corona dump, we did wick below the 200-week moving average. So that may be what we're looking to do again. We see a week where we come down to 17K. We wick below, maybe we come a little bit lower, but then we come right back up to 22, and we hold the 200-week moving average as we've done in each and every bear market. We came down, we held the 200-week. We started to consolidate and form a reversal pattern, and we saw a continuation of the bull market. That is what I'm expecting. Even if we come down to 17K, I don't think it will last that long before we bounce back up, but it's just my opinion. It's not financial advice. If we were to come lower here, then you're looking at 11 to about 13K. If I pop this over to the daily as your next major level of support, you can see these swing highs, resistance here, and a lot of support back here as well. A lot of support in this area. I don't think it's likely we'd be breaking below the previous bull market high, which we've never done in a bear market, but of course anything can happen. I just don't think that's a likely scenario for us to come all the way down to those levels. We're already quite oversold on the daily with the money flow and the RSI, and we're oversold on the weekly, more oversold than we've been in previous bear markets, which does give me a stronger signal that 17 to 19K could be the bottom here. We put in a beautiful ABC, or C leg is usually the deepest leg of the ABC correction. So I do think there's a good chance of us bottoming out in between 17 to 19K. We also have a beautiful bullish divergence here on the money flow. So in the short term, if you do see us start to get rejected, usually you're going to see a 3-wave move for a correction. So what we may be looking at is a ABC or a WXY, get rejected about 24.1, and then come down for that final wave 5. As I mentioned, if we push higher to the high 20Ks, then I'm thinking this is a wave 1. You're looking at a large wave 2, and it could bring us below 17K. But as of right now, my targets for this final leg down is in between about 17 to 19K. As long as we get rejected around this level here, then that would still be in play in my opinion. It's not until we push up to about 27 to 28K that I'd be looking at a larger wave count, wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5. But as of right now, I think this is your impulsive wave 1, corrective wave 2, your largest wave 3. We're putting in that corrective wave 4 and looking for that final wave 5 to take us down to the 17 to 19K price target. If I do see a strong rejection here in this level, I'm going to look to scale into a short position. I do give trade signals in my Discord. Let me pop that open here at the $10 membership. You can get my exact entries, exits, take profits, and stop losses. Not only that, but we have over 1,900 members posting chart patterns, talking all things crypto, and then my trade signals coming in at the $10 membership. I've been trading Matic mostly here, and we also have the DCA trade strategy, buy and take profit zones if you want to start dollar cost averaging into your altcoin positions based off support, resistance, and Fibonacci. And you can sign up through the Patreon if you want to trade with me. Sign up to Bybit, and I'll see you in the next video. All right, much love. Take care.